Hello, my name is Dr. Abrahamian, and in this channel I go over math competition problems. This is a problem from 2024 International Math Olympiad. This is problem A5. Find all periodic sequences A1, A2, etc. of real numbers such that they satisfy the following property. an plus 2 plus an squared is equal to an plus 1 squared, and the absolute value of an plus 1 minus an is less than or equal to 1. So I'm going to walk you through the process that I use to obtain the solution. The first thing is, what is the period of this sequence? Let's assume that the period is 1. It means A2 is equal to A1. And let's see what we can get. So I'm going to write down the condition A3 plus A1 squared is equal to A1 plus A2 squared. But I know that A1 and A2 are the same. So that means A3 is equal to A1, which means A3 is equal to A2. So this means the sequence is going to be a constant sequence, because essentially from an equals an plus 1, I obtain that an plus 2 plus an squared equals an squared plus an. So these two cancel, and I get an plus 2 is in fact equal to an, which means an plus 2 is equal to an plus 1. So if two consecutive terms are the same, then the next two consecutive terms are also the same. So this gives us the sequence an equals a constant. And the condition that the difference is less than or equal to 1 is automatically satisfied. So this is one example of such a sequence. Let's now assume that the period is 2. So that means A3 is equal to A1. And let's see what we get. So let's write down this the condition that we are given. So we have A3 plus A1 squared is equal to A1 plus A2 squared. Now what we know is A1 and A3 are the same, so that tells us that A1 is equal to plus or minus A2. Well, if A1 and A2 are the same, then that gives us an is a constant. And if not, then we have that A2 is equal to negative A1, which means the sequence would be A1, negative A1, and then again A1, and then negative A1, etc. So this is one such sequence, but we also have the condition that the difference of the consecutive terms, so A1 plus A1, would have to be less than or equal to 1. So the second example that we get is that an would be some constant, negative of that, same constant, negative of that, etc., where 2c in absolute value is less than or equal to 1. So far we have found two examples. And by the way, the condition that I have here is really if an plus 1 is equal to negative an, then an plus 2 is equal to negative an plus 1. Let's see how we obtain that. Well, if that is the case, then we can say an plus 2 plus an, let's go back and look at the condition, squared is equal to an plus 1 squared. Now these two cancel, and this gives us that an plus 2 is equal to an, which is negative an plus 1. So let's see what we got so far. So we had two things that we got. We got that if an is equal to an plus 1, then I was able to show an plus 1 is equal to an plus 2. And the second thing that I got was that if an is equal to negative an plus 1, then an plus 1 is equal to negative an plus 2. Now, at this point, these two things can be obtained in a better way. So what does this really tell us? It tells us that if I write down an plus 1 minus an plus 2, or an plus 2 minus an plus 1, I probably can get to a factor of an plus 1 minus an times something, because if I get that, then I can easily prove this one. Let's write down the recursion that they gave us again. So an plus 2 plus an squared is equal to an plus an plus 1 squared. Let's subtract an from both sides and subtract an squared from both sides. So we get this easy factorization, an plus 2 minus an is equal to an plus 1 minus an times an plus 1 plus an. So this tells us that if this is 0, then this would have to be 0, which means an plus 2 and an would have to be the same. Now, if I want to look at only the difference of the consecutive terms, I can rewrite this in a more systematic way. So subtract an plus 1 and add an plus 1 to get to difference of consecutive terms only. And if we do that, then we get this factorization. So an plus 2 minus an plus 1 equals an plus 1 minus an times an plus 1 plus an and then minus 1. Now, I want to look at the period and see what happens if the period is 3. So that's the next thing that I did. So let's see what happens if the period is 3. So the condition, which I'm going to write it down this way, is going to be A3 minus A2 is equal to A2 minus A1 times A2 plus A1 minus 1. A1, like A4, which is the same as A1, minus A3 is equal to A3 minus A2 times A3 plus A2 minus 1. The next one would be A2 minus A1 is equal to A1 minus A3 times A1 plus A3 minus 1. So I wanted to really solve this, the unknowns, but it's a little bit more complicated than a linear system, so it's more complicated. So I decided to multiply these because of the symmetry that I have here. And if I assume that all of these are non-zero, which I can make that assumption, because if two consecutive terms are the same, then everything is going to be the same. So multiply them out, we get 1 equals, so if you look at these three terms, A3 minus A2, that cancels. A2 minus A1 cancels, and A1 minus A3 also cancels. So we get 1 equals A2 plus A1 minus 1, A3 plus A2 minus 1, and A1 plus A3 minus 1. I was really hoping that I could use the condition that we are given, which is the difference of consecutive terms is at most 1 in absolute value, but it wasn't really helpful. This was not very helpful until I realized that, well, I have another condition here that I was able to obtain, which is if two consecutive terms are negative of each other, then the next two consecutive terms are also negative of each other. So I'm going to write down the recursion an plus 2 plus an squared, and I'm going to try to write this down in terms of sum of consecutive terms. So maybe I can find some similar factorization. So I get an plus 2 plus an plus 1 is equal to an plus an plus 1 squared plus an plus 1 minus an squared. So this becomes an plus 1 minus a plus an. These two guys are an plus 1 plus an. These two have a factor of an plus 1 plus an. So we get this. So this is interesting. This immediately tells us the condition that we want, that if this is 0, then this would be 0. And from here, I can actually solve the problem. And that led me to a solution. So I'm going to talk about the solution now. First thing is we can write down the recursion as an plus 2 plus an plus 1 equals an plus 1 plus an times an plus 1 minus an plus 1. Now, if there is an n such that an plus 1 plus an is equal to 0, then an plus 2 plus an plus 1 is equal to 0. So that means am plus am plus 1 is equal to 0 for every m greater than or equal to n. And because it is periodic, that means an is just c minus c, c minus c, etc. And 2c is less than or equal to 1. So now suppose that for every n, an plus 1 plus an is not 0. If that's the case, then I can write down the recursion as A3 plus A2 is equal to A3 or A2 plus A1 times A2 minus A1 plus 1, I believe. And then the next one would be A4 plus A3 equals A3 plus A2 times A3 minus A2 plus 1. Let's assume that the period is P, so we can write down all the way to AP plus AP minus 1 equals AP minus 2 plus AP minus 3, AP minus 2 minus AP minus 3 plus 1. Next one becomes A1 plus AP. That is going to be AP plus AP minus 1, AP minus AP minus 1 plus 1. And finally, the last one would be A2 plus A1. I don't think I have that at the beginning. So we have all of these. This would be A1 plus AP, A1 minus AP plus 1. So we have all of these. Now we're going to multiply them and divide by these common factors. So A2 plus A1, we have it right here. A2 plus A3, A4 plus A3, all of these are going to cancel here. And these are, of course, every single term in the sequence A1 through P appears here. Now, if we do that, we get 1 on this side, and on the other side, we get the product of an plus 1 minus a1 plus 1. And n starts from 1 all the way to p, because there are p terms on the right side, and also, of course, on the left side. Now, the condition was a, and this is minus an. The condition was an plus 1 minus an is in fact less than or equal to 1. So this means if I look at an plus 1 minus an, this is between 0 and 1. So which means if I'm sorry, between negative 1 and 1, which means if I add 1, an plus 1 minus an plus 1 is going to be between 0 and 2. But the product of these is 1. If you look at the sum of these, an plus 1 minus an plus 1, n equals 1 to p. This is exactly p, because these telescope and we get 0. So that's exactly p. The sum is p, the product is 1. Well, with AMGM, we can see that this is greater than or equal to the product of an plus 1 minus an plus 1, because remember that, and I have to take a pth root of this. Remember that these values are all greater than or equal to 0. So we can use the arithmetic mean, geometric mean inequality. But this side is exactly 1. So because that's 1, that means equality holds. So an plus 1 minus an plus 1 would have to be the same as 1, which means an plus 1 is equal to an for every n. And in fact, this is the other example of the sequence. So therefore, there are two different sequences like that. One is the constant sequence, and one is the alternating positive, negative, when the difference of the two consecutive terms is less than or equal to 1. And that brings me to the end of this video. So I will see you in the next video.